great when you're catching fish like this. Today I'm trying out the new Browning Silverlite Sphere Whip. And it's a 10-metre whip, so it's long, normally long. I'm not fishing 10 metres today. Beautiful roach, look at that. Probably 5 or 6 ounces straight in. It's designed just for whip fishing. So I'm fishing, this is 6 metres today, just on the 6 metre section. And this is a stretch of river. This is the River Ouse. Loads of rain about at the moment, but this is like a cut off the Ouse, so it's not flooded. The fishing's okay. Feeding a ball of ground bait almost every cast. And double pinky, quite a big hook. And it's the first time I've used this whip, so I haven't really tried it, but it's a beautiful, slim, just perfect for this sort of fishing. Let's just put this fish in the net and then I'll run through the actual whip, what it does, how long it is. Other bits of piece, that's a lovely little skimmer. Catching loads of fish already. This is the whip I'm using today. It's 10 metres, the top 3 metres is telescopic and then the rest is take apart, so you can always add on sections. And the 10-metre section is so slim, marked up on the end. It's marked up on the end that when you're holding the pole, you can see that you're fishing 10 metres or 9 metres. You don't have to think about it. And as I said, ultra slim, so it makes so much difference. You know, on those windy days, you get those really windy days, the diameter of the pole, when the wind's against it, it makes so much difference, so much easier to use. But also a lot of strength in the pole as well. You can actually really try to crush this section and you can't. It's so strong and yet it's very light, so brilliant to use. It comes with 2 flick tips and 1 telescopic tip, which is, you can thread elastic or power gun through it, like a hollow tip. Today I've started to use a cut down flick tip at 6 metres. The fish, there's a lot of water in the river today and the fish seem to be close in where it's not moving very much. Further out it's more difficult, but I'll use both. I'll go on the longer pole as well later on, but the fish seem to be on that 6 metre line. And with the flick tip cut back, you can just lift 5-6 ounce roach straight out and they come to hand, so perfect for that sort of fishing. As I say, it's a really strong pole. Let's have a look and see if we can catch some more fish. So for this style of whip fishing, another roach coming straight in, you need a fairly positive rig. So I've got a 1.5 grams Olivet, the float's 1 3/4 grams, 3 number 9 droppers, so good strong droppers. And the idea of it is the float needs to be heavy enough so that when you cast, you can just swing it out, lift the pole and get exactly where you want to be. And then watch the float, ball of ground bait in behind the float. Just watch the float as it runs down. Look for that. Look for the bite. Could be a fish there now. The float just lifted then. And then when you get to the end of the run, you can just come out, just flick it straight back. So the idea is it's speed fishing really. The rig, then the 3 droppers, the 3 number 9 droppers take up. I've got 2 pinkies on a 16 hook, so I'm fishing very positive. Just watching that float, just drifting over the ground baited area, and you're into a fish. Small one, this looks like a small skimmer. Lovely little fish, probably 2 or 3 ounces, but straight out, and you can see the 2 pinkies and the hook. It's really, it's just a positive way to fish. And straight back in again, and then repeat the process. A ball of ground bait, you want to be feeding all the time. I've got loads of dead pinkies in the ground bait. A little bit upstream of where you're fishing. And then straight into another fish. Small fish, this one. Another like a little silver bream, that one. But I'm looking to catch, say, a fish every minute, 60 fish an hour, and they're good stamp fish. And that heavy rig takes it straight back out again. And usually you're feeding all the time like this, so pretty regularly, depending on how often the bites are coming. But fairly regular feeding. The more bites you're getting, the more you can feed. Just watch that float drifting down. Looking for a bite. And the fish sometimes are a fair way down the swim. Bits of, as you throw a ball of ground bait in, there's pinkies coming off. And the fish can be, I'll let that run right down to the bottom that time. No bites. This is a fairly busy part of town. We're in Ely town centre, so lots of walkers. There's a pub close by as well. Just in again, watching that float. You just see that black tip as the float's running down. I can just hold on to the float a bit and then into another big fish. Another one of those skimmers. Straight into hand. There. Gorgeous little fish. Ideally you want to be holding the pole about there, like that, on your arm. The pole also comes with 2 mini butts. This one goes in the back of the 8 metre section. Just an extra bit of reinforcing, and to increase the length of the pole. If you want a little bit more, if you're catching bigger fish, you can put this on. Just gives you a little bit more distance, and it reverses round as well and goes into the 7 metre section, which is the next one up. So that, and you also get a 9 and a 10. So they're great, just a little bit of an extra that you can use, and once again incredibly strong. All the sections are reinforced. Where you hold this pole, you would hold it with your arm like that, and that's where your hand would grip, and then your fish come to here. So all the sections are reinforced, every one, where you're going to put that bit of extra power. But even without that reinforcement, it's still incredibly strong. So the pole comes with 2 of these very fine flick tips, and they're really fine. They need, but you can cut them back to exactly what you want. If you're catching lots of small fish, bleak, then you would use the full length. You'd use this fine flick tip. But for bigger fish, say 2 and 3 ounce roach, then you can cut back further and further. So you can get exactly perfect for what you want. And then you've got the hollow tip, and in this case I've put some power gum through there. Once again, you can put elastic or power gum, whichever you wish. Just a connector through that one section. So there's lots of options for exactly what you want to do. And the whole pole comes in this beautiful EVA waterproof case. Lovely packaging, quite compact and small. Look at that. There's the 8 metre, the 9 metre and the 10 metre sections, little butt sections, plus your spare tips. Perfect. The pole is unbelievably stiff. At this, I've gone on to the 8 metre line now. And it's just so easy to use at this length. Put a heavier rig on. I've gone up to a 2 gram rig. Once again, very positive. I'm out in the deeper water where it's flowing a little bit harder. And even at 8 metres, I can cast this just off my arm, just holding the pole and holding the hook bait and just then letting it, just a little gentle swing and it's straight out. And the diameter, that is really thin, unbelievable. It's another fish. I think we'll call this the last one. I've had a great day. Hybrid. Just fishing with this new pole. It's a brilliant piece of kit. This length now 8 metres. Still great to fish. Small hybrid, that one. But that's just a little insight into this new 10 metre Browning whip. Fished it at 6 metres earlier on, caught loads of fish, and then gone on to the 8 metre line further out into the river, and once again, brilliant fishing. Because of the diameter and the weight and the stiffness, it's so easy to use. Should be out in the shops around about late spring, May time. Can't wait to order my 2.